Yes, Grammy nominations just announced. And of course, it's a lot of the players that you'd expect. Jay-Z is on the list. Kanye West gets a lot of nominations. Mumford & Sons, that folk rock British band, got a lot of nominations. Fun, the band, got a lot of nominations as well. Frank Ocean, the R&B singer, also got about 6 nominations. So those are kind of the leaders. There really wasn't any Adele this year. You know, Adele was last year's Grammy. She just dominated everything. So there wasn't that sort of artist this year. But there were a lot of artists that got a lot of nominations. But then, of course, as you know, it's always fun to talk about the artists that did not get any nominations, the ones that got snubbed, which it's kind of an annual thing. Everyone talks about who got snubbed. I think the big one this year is Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber got snubbed, which is pretty amazing because this is a guy that has sold 15 million albums. He's really doing well. He's probably more popular than ever. Even his most recent album, I think, kind of skewed to an older demographic. It wasn't just the tween girl demographic. He sort of showed that he could sort of expand his reach. So I think this was pretty amazing that he got snubbed. His manager even tweeted about it. Also, Psy didn't get any nominations at all, which is, you know, amazing. Not even Song of the Year or Pop Performance, anything like that. And he's got, what, 1 billion YouTube views. So pretty amazing that he got nothing. And One Direction. I think this was probably a big snub also. The fact that they got nothing. So I think that's interesting to talk about. Of course, you know, the songs like Call Me Maybe, Carly Rae Jepsen did get a nomination, Song of the Year. Somebody That I Used to Know, Gautier got Record of the Year, I think some other nominations. So some of those things that maybe people would perceive as one-hit wonders definitely got some nominations. But yeah, some big snubs to definitely talk about. Yeah. So I'm not worried about Justin Bieber. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be able to, you know, afford Christmas presents this year.
Yeah, I think he will get the last laugh, along with Psy too. I mean, they've made their mark this year. That can't be denied. All right, I want to move on to Eddie Murphy because he might not be happy with his recognition as the most overpaid actor, right? And there are a whole lot of other big names that came along with the Forbes list.
Yeah, very interesting. Eddie Murphy on the list of the top overpaid actors. He earns a little over $2 for every $1 that he is paid, which is really interesting. Kind of sad because you think about the career that he once had, and then clearly his films hadn't done as well. But what's interesting also, who's on this list, Katherine Heigl comes in second, and then 2 Oscar winners are follow her by 3 and 4. Sandra Bullock and Reese Witherspoon also on this list. Also Adam Sandler on the list. So some of those names that you maybe would expect, maybe would not expect, but interesting, these A-list actors are all on this list that I think people would maybe be surprised to hear. Nicolas Cage, Denzel Washington, so some interesting names on this list.
Yeah, I was surprised about Reese Witherspoon. Okay, so finally, apparently Stephen Baldwin has neglected to pay some of his state tax and owes hundreds of thousands of dollars. What's happening with him?
Yeah, interesting. Stephen Baldwin, it was recently reported that Stephen Baldwin had been arrested for non-payment of taxes in years 2008, 2009, 2010, and owing money to the state up to $350,000. So a lot of money. Now, Alec Baldwin, his brother, was just on with Piers Morgan, and he said this was actually something, this arrest was something that was prearranged with the DA, and that they've made arrangements, down payments have been made, so it sounds like everything is on the right track for him.
Yeah, luckily he has a successful brother to help out, presumably. Yes. Deep pockets. All right, Kim Seraphin, always a pleasure. Thanks so much.